what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with an interesting video today. This isn't necessarily a player profile, but do want to talk about a prospect in the NFL draft this year, and Anthony Richardson. Man, is his timeline incredible. I get this from 247 Sports. I was actually doing some research and didn't know all this, but you have to go back to 2018 when the Florida Gators officially offered Anthony Richardson. We call him AR-15, at least Florida fans do. I think he's a great quarterback, and I think he can thrive on the next level. I think he just has to be with the right team. I don't think he's that bad of a quarterback. I don't think he's going to be a bust. I don't think he's going to be the best either, but I think he could be marginal, somewhere in the middle. Let's look at his timeline here real quick. May 17th, 2018, gets an offer from the Florida Gators. 2 days later, takes an official visit. He goes to Louisville's school camp in June of 2018. He goes to Clemson's camp. This is a guy that got offered from Virginia Tech. He then basically ended up having school camp in the state of Florida at Florida State. He also took an unofficial visit again. I say again, yes, again, to Florida on June 10th, 2018. This was all pre-pandemic, by the way. So he goes back a long ways in his college career. FIU attends the Golden Panthers school camp June 14th, 2018. And you could go on and on down the list. He got offered from Penn State. He had attended, Miami's camp. He finally, on July 28th, 2018, he finally commits to the Florida Gators. After that, schools are calling him up, trying to get him to flip. You had Penn State call him. You had Georgia offer him. He turned both those two teams down. Michigan, on March 1st, 2019, offered him. And then March 23rd, 2019, he actually, back up just a second. I apologize for getting ahead of myself. He took an unofficial visit February 2nd, 2019. 3 days later, after his unofficial visit, he decommitted. He decommitted from Florida. Then when he decommitted, the next day, he got an offer from Georgia. A month later, just about, got an offer from Michigan. He recommits to Florida, meaning he commits again on April 6, 2019. So he finally signed basically on December 18th, 2019, and on that day, he enrolled in the school. And in between him recommitting, he took two official visits. He took one in the spring, in May of 2019, and then he took one in the fall during the football season. He took an official visit to the Florida Gators on November 29th, 2019. And you look at his stats overall, he had 2,000 yards throwing. He had 17 touchdowns. He had 9 interceptions. Had a 71 QBR. I really think that Anthony Richardson could be great on the next level. I think he just has to be put in that position. I'm not even calling him systematic. I think Florida, because you got to think some of his time there was with Dan Mullen. Dan Mullen couldn't recruit to save his job, to save a man's life. He couldn't recruit. There was not enough talent around AR-15 at Florida to where he was going to be the best version of himself, to where he was going to best succeed. But he stuck it out there. He was committed to the Gators. He was committed to the fan base. He was committed even when Billy Napier came in. And um, so he did not, however, if you notice and go back, and I don't remember who started the game. We might have even gone live for this one, but on December 17th this past season, the Las Vegas Bowl matchup with Oregon State, he basically quit. He said, I'm not going to play. I'm going to, rest up and get ready for the draft. No big deal. I'm not here to pick on him for it. But he did not play in the bowl game. But I do think it's interesting that this guy could hear his name called in a couple weeks on a Thursday night for the NFL draft. We're 2 weeks away. April 27th will be round 1 of the draft, and I think he could go. I think he will go in the first round. The question is, who's going to pick him up? And right now, if I'm being honest, my unofficial mock draft, I have him going number 4 to the Colts. The Panthers traded up number 1. You have the Texans that need a quarterback. Anthony Richardson, is he possibly the 3rd or 4th best quarterback in this draft class? I would say so. I think that he has the talent to play on the next level. Looks like he's fully healthy, or working his way back to it at least, getting healthy. And again, I will say that I have him going to the Colts at number 4, behind 2 quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. So, anyway, I want to hear from you guys in the chat what you think about Anthony Richardson. Is he a bust waiting to happen in the NFL? Can he do great? Does it depend on where he goes? I don't know. I had him a little bit lower actually on my draft board to begin with. I think I had him number 7 to the Raiders, but I have him going at least ahead of guys like Will Levis, but after Stroud and Young. So I see him at least top 5. If not, he falls out top 10. Anthony Richardson, he's had a heck of a career. He's been doubted a lot. He's been judged. He's been pushed around. But now he's in a position where he can possibly hear his name called on the first night of the NFL draft, wherever it may be. And he could possibly be starting next season if he gets back, gets healthy, and works out right. He could be starting for an NFL franchise in 2023. If not, maybe it takes him an extra year, 2024. Just looking forward to the draft. Looking forward to seeing, where all these young prospects go. We're going to do player profiles, going forward. This is one on Anthony Richardson. I think it's fair to call this a player profile. Last year he had a 53 completion percentage, over 2,000 yards, 9 picks, 17 touchdowns. He's got great attributes. I don't know who I would compare him to, honestly. I'm not one for comparisons when it comes to quarterbacks. I'm not that big of an expert, just being honest. But he's got good character. He's got good heart. And I think he's got everything he needs for the next level. If he just puts it together, he works hard, he keeps his mindset, he keeps his focus, I think he could be something on the next level. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, folks, Ballard Sports Media. Check it out. I love y'all. Peace. See ya.